some big-time news about the Portland Trailblazers because Damian Lillard was quoted saying next year we're going to be back better than before. Now, yeah, I know, Damian Lillard has said stuff like this in the past, but if you take a look at the other pieces of the news surrounding this, then you're going to believe me by the end of the video.
What's up, Rip City? What's up? First off, Ant was supposed to be up here tonight, but he was scared, so I got it. We would like to thank everybody for your continued support, being the best fans in the league, ups and downs, a tough season, a lot of adversity this year. A lot of things came up that we didn't expect, a lot of hard times, but you guys continue to show up, continue to show us love, continue to be the fans that I've always known. And I just need y'all to know one thing. This will not continue. Next year, we're going to come back better than we've been. So let's make some noise for the team tonight. And next year, we're going to turn it back up. Let's go, Rip City.
Most people thought this was the end of the Portland Trailblazers run because of how things went this year and how it looked like the Portland Trailblazers were going to be rebuilding, especially in the deadline when the Blazers traded C.J. McCollum, Norman Powell, and Robert Covington out of there. But Bleacher Report begs to differ, and yeah, I know, Bleacher Report is not the most reputable source, but this is actually something news. It's not one of their stupid predictions, because according to Bleacher Report, Damian Lillard is calling the shots. The Portland Trailblazers superstar guard is playing an even more active role in the team's roster going forward, interim general manager Joe Cronin reports Monday. We've pivoted to Damian Lillard help us build this roster, learning the salary cap, he said. He knows more about the trade exceptions than anyone in this room. The Portland Trailblazers made the NBA playoffs 8 times in a row, but this season they could not make it happen because Damian Lillard got injured and some other injuries. A bright spot about this season, though, was guard Anthony Simons, who broke out, but they weren't playing him by the end of the season because, well, they were trying to rebuild to get a higher draft pick, which they are doing. And if the New Orleans Pelicans don't make the playoffs in that trade, they got a first-round lottery pick if the New Orleans Pelicans don't make the playoffs. And if they don't, the Portland Trailblazers will be getting 2 lottery picks this year. In addition to getting those draft picks, though, they're also going to be having a big offseason. The whole reason they did those trades that no one thought made sense was because they were trying to clear space for their cap space. And Adrian Wojnarowski and tons of reporters have told us that Damian Lillard and the Blazers are eyeing players like Jeremy Grant and Aaron Gordon, both players Damian Lillard has said before that he would love to play with. Now that Damian Lillard is in control of things, that's great for the Portland Trailblazers because Neil Olshey didn't really give Dame those opportunities. He kind of ran the show. And I think giving NBA players more leverage when it comes to them making personnel decisions should be more common. As Michael Jordan said in The Last Dance, it's the players who win championships, not the front offices. Damian Lillard is a very smart human being, especially when it comes to basketball. And I think he's finally starting to realize that he needs more help than just C.J. McCollum. And if the Blazers do sign Aaron Gordon and Jeremy Grant this offseason, imagine a starting lineup of Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant, Aaron Gordon, and Yusuf Nurkic. That would be scary. This was Chauncey Billups' first season as the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers, and they missed the playoffs for the first time since 2013. I can already picture in my mind Terry Stotts smiling somewhere about this because he really led them to a lot of playoff success. But I think Chauncey is going to do that next season because of all this information we've been getting. They just can't screw up the NBA draft this year. That's all I got to say. They cannot draft the next Greg Oden or Sam Bowie. The Blazers got to be smart with what they do this offseason, or they're going to end up in the same spot that they were this season. But I have faith in Damian Lillard in the front office and in Joe Cronin. He seems like a way better GM than Neil Olshey was. Not gonna lie, as a Portland Trailblazers fan, it was very tough to watch this team this season. But I'm going to give Chauncey Billups his flowers. This was his first season as the Portland Trailblazers head coach, and not just that, this was his first head coaching job of his entire career. The Blazers should not fire Chauncey Billups for this season. In my opinion, this was a great season for the things that Chauncey Billups had to work with. I mean, Dame was out for pretty much the entire season, and a lot of their other players got injured. Dame only played 29 games, and he had to work with these guys who were mostly from the G League, whose names you'd never even heard of before. Greg Brown, Brandon Williams, CJ Ellaby, the basic G League players. But Damian Lillard is at a point in his career now with the Portland Trailblazers where he is now trying to ring chase. He's trying to get the best talent he can onto the roster before his best years in the league drift away. I mean, he probably has 3 or 4 productive years left in the league if we're being completely honest with ourselves. The Portland Trailblazers are sleepers next year in my opinion. If they have a very productive NBA offseason, and if they don't screw up in the NBA draft, then I can definitely see them being a 4 seed in the West next year, no cap. I mean, this team is going to be so good because of their salary cap, no cap, pun intended. This team literally has so much space to build around Damian Lillard. They have boatloads of money. They could sign a guy this offseason like John Wall or Jalen Brunson. Probably not, but I'm just sending some ideas out there to you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Click subscribe, turn notifications on, like, share, comment, all the good stuff. And as always, I'm your boy Hyper Hooper Basketball, and we're out.